Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Makes a move. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. Bringing the heat. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. And you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality and the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Trying play action. Looking left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Wants to throw on third down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
This move just oozes confidence going for it on fourth down from their own side of the field. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. They're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab outside. It's Branch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Looking down the middle. Working on the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Washington wants to go quickly.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is
fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown LSU! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back looking for help. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on second down. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. After the penalty backs him up, it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits in the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. On 4th down, looking to pass. Flyers downfield. Complete out of the backfield. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter.
Washington, 0.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. It's complete. A huge pickup. Nothing but green ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington. After the touchdown, if they could get this too, we'll have a tie ball game. Wide receiver shows motion. Snaps it in the shotgun. Moving away from pressure. He's got it in the end zone, and that ties the game at 8. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again.
And he breaks into the open. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Pulls it in. It's Alston. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Washington right back to the line. On second down, wants to throw. Looking to scramble. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He finds his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On the move, he fires. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. It's caught downfield.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Finds his tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Huskies. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking up.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And he's out of bounds short of the goal line. He almost found a way to convert that fake. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. To get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. You think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys are like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Washington wants to go quickly. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass lets his defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And that is a big-time jab right there. 4th down. opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in it.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you. You see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, making the play.
He'll try the left side, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest. After
scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. The inside handoff. Fighting off the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th. Throws toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, LSU 36.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the right. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. On the move is the 30.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane opener, you don't sack him right away. You allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Buys a little time with his feet. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, LSU! And the stomping has commenced.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Looking for the 2-point try. Touch pass on the run. Good, solid tackle.
The receiver carries the ball. Big loss on the play.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra...
And they got him for the sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Knocked out quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. To the air, it's Jordan. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're lining up to boot it away. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Falls on top of his own fumble. First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking off. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. He's looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wide out in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Washington sends out the punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. LSU right back to the line. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.